I'ma blow up.
Already 2 games announced already, and Mobile Legends will be the last one being going towards that. It will be coming next year, so expect a lot of action coming your way once that rolls
Your
out.
team
That's
is
true. And
picking.
again, we are back in the game 2 for Finesse Solid versus AetherMan, and they lock in
Your
that
team is
very
picking.
beautiful Leomord, man. I always like seeing games with Leomord just because of how well you kind of have to judge him, right? How well can he dive? Can he actually like be the Hell Knight that we know and love, where he lifesteals nonstop, he bursts down people nonstop with Barbiel, his steed, and how well can the team actually keep him alive?
Yeah, so Leomord can actually start out really soft in the beginning, but if you
Your
build him
team
correctly,
is
he can
picking.
also be like he can match up in the likes of Grok and Akai at the
Yeah.
same time, just dishing out the damage of your best damage dealers in your team. So right now we're seeing Finesse already drafting better than AetherMan previously, as they respectfully ban the Claude.
Yeah, and you know why? Because since they have the Leomord here, there is going to be a bit of a struggle on the pickings later on. Can you get a Kaya in? I mean, Finesse probably won't do that, but they need a great damage dealer in. I'm expecting a Lancelot, a Gushan, and maybe, I don't know. A Gushan is banned out, so
Your
Lancelot's
team
definitely
is
high up in
picking.
priority here. Hanabi and Carry could make an appearance here, since Finesse starts to look like they want to babysit someone here with this combo.
Yeah, they're just missing one more. Maybe they might want to pick up the Kaya still, but I think Cho and Akai is already good here.
Yeah.
Yesterday we saw Sigil Ultra just showing to the world that first picking Akai and Cho is the safest picks that you can do if you're second to pick. They beat out a line of Leomord, Claude, and Alice
That's
with that first 2 picks.
Get beating out a Leomord.
team
That's something
is
that's very
picking.
good to hear, man. Of course, as predicted, they will go for one of the marksmen here, which is going to be the carry. And Levi still very confident on this Famous. I really like that they're showing that here and now.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like yesterday we saw, I think it's what Archangel Orange with Pao. In the first game, he went with the Martis and then with the Thamos. But I think right now teams are prioritizing so much the Thamos because of the CC potential it has more than the Martis. So
Your
this
team
this
is
pick makes sense.
picking.
So don't fix what ain't broken, right?
Yep, I kind of already expected the Kaya pick here for AetherMan, but they have a lot. And then, you know what? I like this comp. They have a lot of CC. They have a lot of block with the Guardian Wall, as well as basically Kenji himself on this Grok, that will allow the Harley and the Calgary to just shine and fly left and right. As well as Leomord. Probably they didn't dedicate the Angela pick here, which is a bit surprising. Would have loved to see that, and it is proven to work. But again, teams are still starting to maybe shy away from that, maybe because of the long cooldown on the ultimate.
But AetherMan has drafted really risky here. That they are really lacking in terms of late game. They're up against a carry, a Martis, and a Thamos. Which is kind of scary if you're only banking on your Leomord. And at the same time,
That's
Harley
right.
and Kagura maybe as a backup. But looks like they will have a huge advantage in the first few minutes of the game. So, but when it reaches the late game, it might be a different story.
That is true. Again, Martis is going to be here. I thought Levi was going to go for the Famous. Apparently, he's going to go for his trademark Martis. Boo going to be taking up the mantle of the Levi split pusher. The Famous split pusher. Damn, I really named Levi Famous. So, who do you think is going to win this out? Is it going to be an hashtag FS win or hashtag AEM win? We want to know what you think on the chat. And again, big thank you so much for being here, guys. Please share the stream. Hashtag be legendary. Send it as a message to your group chat. Tell them MPL is happening right now. Get those guest coins loaded up. And we are going to watch a lot of Mobile Legends esports action coming your way real soon.
Yeah, this is just the first series. There's 3 more after this one is over. But if AetherMan can go into game number 3, then there will be more Mobile Legends action coming your way.
That's right. Again, I kind of expect Finesse to clean this out. Again, they're very smart on drafting. But let's see if that's going to happen here. Let's go into game 2. Again, Finesse Solid versus AetherMan. So far, we got Finesse Solid up by 1. Can they make it a 2, or will AetherMan bounce back and make it a reverse sweep? Something to look forward to later, ladies and gents. And a very conservative start here for both of these teams.
Yeah, EJ is once again on this Grok, and it was kind of unfortunate that he didn't manage to showcase the power of his Grok in the previous game, they got checked hard by FINESSE, and looks like FINESSE will be just still going to show just that. They still have the Thamus, and now Carl is now onto that carry, which is also the same. Carl has been the one that's been leading the kills when it comes to FINESSE's performances.
You know what? I really like that AetherMan can start doing the pressure early on with this competition. I think that's the advantage that they have against FINESSE right now, because FINESSE cannot really collapse this early on. Early game power once against AetherMan, but look, this Crypt gonna be facing off a lot of threats from FINESSE.
Yeah, they have to avoid those overextensions, like not going to the jungle alone. We're seeing our first engagement in the top lane, but FINESSE will just disengage properly.
Yeah, and FINESSE, I think they know, right? They know that, you know what, our FAMUS is not that tanky yet, doesn't have the Bloodlust Axe, cannot light steal, so let's try to draw it out. Let's just get minions. Minions non-stop, and just stop AetherMan when they invade, like right now.
Oh, EJ going balls to the walls, and we'll try to focus down Boo, but Boo just managed to go out of the safety, but Kenji gives chase. He will try to take out Boo there, and it's already on the third range, but Kenji, will he be risking? The third aggro is not
First
anymore.
man! There you go.
Kenji managed to get the kill.
That's the kill you want. You want the first blood to go over to Leomord. Get the accelerated damage as fast as possible. Bloodlust Axe into Blade of Despair. You know it, and you're gonna get, once you get those items, you're gonna run through them like a boss, and you know what? More gold for AetherMan. Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, that early game advantage is really showing right now as they just take one kill and that turtle, and AetherMan will just looking to just capitalizing in this advantage. So right now they're just stabilizing after that turtle takeout.
Yeah.
And then they just cleanly sweep all the lanes already in the jungle monsters. They'll be looking for a pickup here right now.
I like the aggression from AetherMan, but what is going to be the answer for FINESSE? I mean, right now they cannot fight, but can they actually survive? That's the question here. Kreb will use Divine Judgment onto that very squishy panda for now, and you know what? Ultimates are not even up yet. Not all ultimates are up yet for FINESSE.
Yeah, FINESSE will have to soldier through this early game. This will be a one tough early game to go through, and they will have to fight the middle game with the back, with their foot at the back, since AetherMan will have a lot of advantage when it comes to item build and farm. So this is something that FINESSE will have to keep in mind. But if they can properly just build up their late game carry, this could still be a win towards FINESSE.
Look at this is kind of unexpected. Again, FINESSE going for the 4-man on the bot lane. This is, as long as you have the ultimates, maybe you can probably get out the kill, but I think they're really just lacking out in terms of DPS here, man.
Yeah, they're still lacking on DPS, even though they have a 4-man gun, but they're still trying to secure. The Martyrs just went in. Levi with that most dive, but Kaya will just preemptively back down from that.
And so far we have AetherMan making full use of this Leomord. Kenji's very happy. He's not getting camped at all. He's getting all the free hits that he can get. He's even getting the turret that he came for. LeBron goes off with the deadly magic. Will be avoiding some of that FAMUS aggression. And maybe it wasn't such a good idea getting Blue on the FAMUS.
Yeah, at the same time, looks like, as you said, Kenji's enjoying the privilege of Levi, enjoying the game number 1. Just sticking around in the top lane,
Turtle
just waiting for things to happen,
soon.
just making sure they get your farm that you need.
2K right now, AetherMan is definitely in the lead here with FINESSE circling up and waiting for Carl to go online on this carry. And again, not really the brightest idea, because you cannot fight off early game against AetherMan composition with this one.
Yeah, AetherMan also securing that second turtle. That's 2 turtles to their name. This is something that they will looking to solidify further once they approach the mid game, but Lex will be focused on Django. That was a real quick work by Carl on that carry, just spinning those light wheels on his way.
If you want to get some kills in, use that Hurricane Dance properly. That's exactly what Lex did. And I think they want to get more, and getting the goal into Carl on that carry was so important.
It was a Carl getting a kill on Django, which could be really huge. It is a core-to-core exchange there. And now they're giving chase on Dale, but Dale can just escape this early. Carl will back up. Carl is looking really scary right now, but EJ will just stick it to the walls, safe from all kinds of CCs here. And FINESSE will be grouping up in the bush, but AetherMan will also be defensively positioning themselves.
Yep, and I kind of like that FINESSE, despite their composition, as I repeated so many times already, not the best in terms of early game. They're not dying. It's 1-1 only on the kill score. They're only losing out in terms of some of the gold in the map, but no one's actually dying just yet. So Carl trying to make that a bit more of a different story, cannot really output that much DPS as of the moment, will allow the Grok to just wiggle on out there. Bottom lane could be in danger though here for Finesse.
Levi, we can just escape from this no problems unless Crypt and LeBron just go in and try to commit. But looks like that won't be the case here. But Finesse almost dying to deadly magic.
Yep, and again, that's a burned ultimate here. Boo here gonna get pulled back in by Divine Judgment once more. Rotations are awesome here for AetherMan. They thought they were alone, but you know what? We have 3 members here.
That was a premature advance from Blue there, as he thought that his team needed help, but he ended up paying for his life. But EJ will be going to that enemy jungle
Ouch.
side. He's only have a sliver of HP left, but here comes Crypt with a backup, and EJ might get out from
Lord,
there from
resurrecting
safety.
soon.
But
Barely
Jungle
made
gets a
it.
kill on
Chango,
Levi.
yeah, he's gonna be the one to get the kill over there. Levi suffering once more from the deadly rotations of AetherMan. Gets that goal lead up to 4,000 right now. And at 6.5 minutes, we know that's an indicator of a team in the decline.
Yeah, but Finesse Solid still looking pretty solid so far. They haven't lost a lot so far. They actually are doing a great job cutting their loss at a minimum. But AetherMan will be looking to maintain this aggression. They want this time. You know, here comes a pickup from Lex. That a Steed just pull that show out that Akai from the picture.
Confidence of AetherMan in the mid lane. They are facing up against Finesse Solid, no problem.
Launch
And
attack.
if you have this composition, you will be confident, man. Because how are they gonna go through this Grok? How are they gonna go through this Kaya?
Yeah, EJ looks like to finally able to showcase that Grok skill that he has. This is, you have to know that this is EJ's signature hero currently in the season.
And all of that experience turns you into a really powerful Grok. You're basically part of the wall here in the map. Because you've been playing Grok non-stop. But
Yeah.
meantime though, you got AetherMan facing up on the jungle side of Finesse. A lot of pressure, not allowing Finesse any sort of jungle camp takes. And stealing even more gold from his already starving team.
Yeah, Levi just showing his mechanical superiority a while ago. Like he literally slipped through space, and now we're seeing a response from Finesse Solid. We're telling just making a pickup from Kenji, and Chanko will be trying to make something happen here as he tries to focus down Carl. Carl's in danger there as Kenji still managed to make it alive.
Wow, and like the confidence of Finesse here. There was a Leomord there, and they were not afraid. They fought off. They knew that Phantom Seed might be a bit on cooldown, and he will not be confident. And again, it was way too late. Here's the backup though from the rest of AetherMan. They dive in on to Dale as well, and Dale suffers. Gonna be another kill, most likely here. Lex falls to the power of LeBron.
Oh, LeBron and Kenji just avenging their teammate Changu as they have been noticing that Changu is supposed to be the main focus for Finesse Solid. I'm not completely agreeing with that choice as a Congress. It isn't really one of the main focus ones that you should be trying to take care of. It should be the Leomord, not Kenji.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad to see that Finesse is actually slipping here in terms of, you know what, they got a kill. They should have just ran for the hills right there. I think they might have overstayed their welcome. Kenji was very, very low in that fight, so he was very hesitant. They did not make use of the hesitation. They lost up because of that.
Yeah, and also Finesse Solid lagging really behind in terms of third push, while AetherMan is just going to continue putting on the pressure. So now, after cleaning out the jungle monsters, they will be now looking to focusing on 2 lanes at the time as the Lord will be approaching the top lane. And looks like AetherMan grouping up in a bush, waiting for someone to get trapped. It looks like nobody home here.
Yeah, nobody's home at all. We got 3 members of AetherMan waiting in the wings here. And Lex might be the first one. Oh, he sees it. He might be able to 1,000 powder out there if he can. Yes, he does. We got Kenji though still pushing up on the turret on the bottom lane. The rest of Finesse Solid still in mid. And they are starting to bleed up on gold. 8,000 gold lead cannot be laughed at. Almost 10 minutes in the game.
This is similar what happened to game number 1. There's this huge gold gap in between teams at the same time the Lord is pushing. So it looks like AetherMan will be just repeating just that. They will just fight fire with fire, and they will show that, hey, we will let you feel what we felt in the previous game. So right now they will be pushing here, but here comes AetherMan just lagging behind slightly from the Lord. But now here comes EJ, just winding up, hitting them with that huge totem lance. but DJ will get isolated from a wall, and looks like this was looking to be solid defense from Finesse, but no, AetherMan managed to penetrate it. They managed to take out 3 from Finesse Solid, and they will be managed to take out 3, and Boo will be falling down soon enough, but Joe, he should pull out of here, and looks like he does, but Boo, he has to, still has to defend, he still has his duties, and he just can't hold this ground.
Right now, because of the sacrifice of that choke, might be able to buy some time here. They can make it out on time on the map. It's still not done for Finesse. They are trying to chase up on the remaining AetherMan members. Hurricane dance left and right. He gets one. Can he get more? Carl going on for the chase. Kenji has the Phantom Steed. He will be the one chasing instead. Here's the backup from Levi though, and I think that will be it for that push from AetherMan.
Wow, Carl just having that presence of mind, dodging that Phantom Steed. If he got caught up on that, it could have been over on the spot, but they still have 1/3 remaining. And they still have the fighting chance. But
I think they do.
Oh! I thought it's over.
Man, you gotta be careful, yo. Again, you know what? I like that Finesse Solid was able to defend that, but it's a very open base. Their base is in shambles. Only one inhibitor turret remaining. Itemization, look at that. Everyone is basically locked in for AetherMan. They're very happy with where they are right now in terms of items. I think they're just waiting for the next board here. That's 60 seconds alive. What can Finesse Solid do with this 60 seconds?
This will be hard as Harley also got the buff. Just freshly clearing that jungle monsters from the camps. It looks like they will be just steering towards the top lane. They're just pushing out these lanes. They will just maintain the map control that they already have. As FINESSE Solid will be remaining in this containment for a couple more seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of waves clear here for Finesse, so they can probably block out as much of the aggression from the creep minions as they can, but once AetherMan tries to dive in, Carl is in for a world of hurt. You cannot really stop a Grok diving on you as well as a rampaging Leomord, especially if you get caught by Crypt on the Hurricane, on the Divine Judgment. You gotta be careful, man.
Yeah, careful they have to be, as it just takes just one mistake from FINESSE Solid just lose this final turret and maybe also their Nexus. So AetherMan, they finally got the Lord and it'll be spawning really soon. And it looks like they have considerable advantage when it comes to positioning. So now Harley with that buff will be focusing his attention to the Lord. He will be focusing that down really quick. He is being held by Kenji there, and as 3 members by AetherMan will just spotting the sidelines here at the perimeter. It looks like Boo will be leading the way, but they're still hesitating if they're going for it or not.
Yeah, because right now Finesse seem to be in a spot where they're waiting for the minions to at least push out maybe until the river area, and then they can try to go for fights. But they're also very scared that AetherMan might be somewhere here and just lurking, so they cannot really walk out their base just yet. And at this point, I think they're just left with just going for the base defense.
Yeah, they have no choice here. You remember, throughout the entire of the game, AetherMan got all objectives. They have 2 turtles and now they have 2 lords. So there's something that AetherMan can play on their advantage. So now FINESSE Solid will just be hugging their base. Yep. And not really overextending. They don't even want to go out of their base here.
I feel like this level 2 Lord is the end here for FINESSE Solid, just because
they're just fooling around.
Yeah, they're just fooling around. I think just backing up in the middle, and this might be it. Again, if Carl can pull off the miracle plays here, it will be good, but I highly doubt it. They're gonna start off with the last battle, ladies and gents. Inside the base, Lex gets pulled in. Hurricane that's gonna be negated. Lord is half HP, but he will be Phantom Stealing out of there. Kenji in front, pulling off on the Carl. That's it. All the DPS of Finesse is gone. Last range members cleaned up, and AetherMan will tie it up 1-1 against FINESSE Solid.
Looks like AetherMan didn't have to wait for the late game to finish that.
Victory!
Apparently so, man. And AetherMan seem to be very happy here with a very convincing win against FINESSE Solid. The macro game for this team is immaculate as usual, and they got all of the options that they want right in the bag. They have the early game power, they used it. I was saying, utilize your win condition and you usually will come out on top. They are very aware of how they will win, and they use that quite nicely. They also know that FINESSE Solid will only win if we reach late game. They did not let that happen as well.
Yeah, it's only a 1-2-2 stat on Carl, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, during that last defense, he had to allocate all his damage towards the Lord, which AetherMan exploited right off the bat. So this is something that might affect Finesse Solid's morale when coming to game number 3, but hopefully not.
Yeah, because we have seen Finesse Solid. They do one up in 2-1 sometimes as well. So not totally counting them out, but this should put Adermain in a very confident spot. Should put them in a good, let's say, momentum. Pardon the pun on the scales for Leomord. But of course, Adermain is a team that is also not perfect. Sometimes they commit mistakes, and Finesse, they have to realize, they have to know when are the times that Adermain does make these mistakes. 'Cause even in these few games, I see a lot of them. Like Kenji in a wrong position did not predict multiple members for Finesse to be there. That's why he was so much in danger. He was just farming, and then he got surprised. That usually doesn't happen. But overall, you know what? Adermain did a lot better in this time around.
Yeah, so in the replay, we're just seeing how AetherMan just dictated the entire pace of the game. But coming into game number 3, I'm expecting that both teams to be balancing their drafts properly here, as they there's no telling of what either team will be throwing at them. So I'm expecting the Grok would stay on on EJ though, but he might just put a twist on that, as he can also pilot the Akai maybe.
Yeah.
But EJ is most comfortable with that Grok, as we saw in this game number 2. He just made a lot of contributions.
I like the ability of teams to swap out heroes, right? But I think in this time around, it didn't really work out for Finesse here. Getting Dale onto Famous instead of Levi, you just see a stark difference on how they move. And I think they should get, if ever they're gonna get the Famous in, they should go in and give Levi that one, because Levi's Mortis was okay, but could have been better. MVP for that game gonna be Kenji on Leomord 5-0 and 8. There were so many times that he was so close to death, but being the Hell Knight, apparently he cheated it, and he is going to be ramping up with a lot of damage dealt and received.
Yeah, he played properly rather than cheat, so I guess that